What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scored reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, yo. Look, man, we're coming off of a hot one. I'm telling you right now, we just got done recording what's happening. I brought it back once, maybe twice more since then, but we're getting right back into it. So I developed a good habit of every time I come across something that I don't know, instead of fumbling through it, I try to just Google it and educate myself. I highly encourage you to adapt that philosophy. But we got this one. This is, I'm going to say this in my incorrect American pronunciation, but Mogadishu. Googling it real quick. This was the capital of Somalia. Googling a little bit further to figure out what the relevance of that could be for the song. Is basically just a whole bunch of warnings not to go there because of piracy, kidnapping, and things of that nature. So I'm not really sure how that's going to translate into a song, but we're going to find out. And let's get into it. Do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Little bell notification guy. We better go, man. Same stuff as always. We're doing this as a review. We're looking for interview questions, the whole 9 yards. I want to get to the music. Yeah, so drop any questions you have for AQ. Interview coming soon. This is off God's Engineering 2. Run the project up. Let's get into it. Mogadishu. Also, if I'm saying that wrong, just correct me in the comments.
It was a long time. Oh yeah. It was a long time. Ooh. It was a long time. It was a long time. Long time. Ooh. It was a long time. Oh yeah. It was a long time.
Alright. This is more the pace, and it's very interesting having done this right after what's happening. I know it's not the canonic order, but there's the order in which I'm hearing it. This is the more slow pace, the more serious tone. Like, this is what I was talking about in the last reaction, where it's like, this is AQ's bag. This is the type of beat you would hear and you would think, AQ would excel in this type of scenario. You feel me? So it's interesting to see him go back to that, back to back in a reaction. You know what I mean? From like something that was definitely what I would consider outside of a comfort zone versus where home is. You know what I'm saying?
Time. It was a long time. It was a long time. Long time.
Yeah. This is literature, trying to figure out what God made me for. Seen the Levi in Levi's jeans made in the E major, Muslim and Christian Dior, and I submit it all. I wanna wear it if the Nike checks come with a signature. Embarrassing yourself out here, rapping and
Hey, yo! Hold up, bring that back.
yeah. This is literature, trying to figure out what God made me for. Seen the Levi in Levi's jeans made in the E major, Muslim and Christian Dior, and I submit it all. I wanna wear it if the Nike checks come with a signature. Embarrassing yourself out here, rapping in C major. It's capital intensive, and even this singer's poor. Take the other tune out of your mind, hear your inner voice. If you put money over strategy, you'll leave a void.
Look, you know what? I got something that I want to say about this, because this is a really, really interesting point, not like point of contention. Nah, this is an interesting thing to point out, right? This is not the first lyric that I've heard from AQ where he's like basically coming at some of these other artists who are like singing as well as rapping, right? And yet we have a lot of collaborations with him and Black Bones, and Black Bones has fully embraced since the Lemon Pepper freestyle that side. Like, he's gonna do what's gonna sell, what the chicks want, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And you know what we don't hear? We don't hear Black Bones bitching about it. This is the this is the definition of, like, if the shoe fits, wear it, and if it, you know, if it don't apply, let it fly, right? He could easily have heard that and be like, yo, I'm on this album with you, so on and so forth. Like, you're like, this is what I'm doing. It's like, are you coming? Like, none of that, because they know, like, there's no, like, hit dogs holler. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those type of things. It's interesting to point out when you look at, like, the relationships between artists and shit like that, because some of the stuff that like we're hearing on the tracks and everything like that could stem from those same type of scenarios with other artists, and yet you have a very, very blatant, hey, you artists are embarrassing yourself doing X, Y, and Z, yet I'm featuring an artist who's doing X, Y, and Z and thriving in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's obviously not a blanket statement. It's not like he's saying like, hey, fucking every artist who fucking decides that they want to sing on a hook is trash. Like it's a very clear, concise stab at those who are not, like, it's not a part of them, I would say. Like, that's how I would take this. Like, those who are forcing themselves to do it. Black Bones isn't forcing himself to do anything. Black Bones is embracing that side because that's what he said that he wanted. It's kind of like the idea of selling out. Like, if your plan is to do X, Y, and Z from the beginning, then when you do X, Y, and Z later on, that's not selling out. That's what the plan was to begin with. Selling out comes when you're doing something that's not who you are, that you don't want to do, and you're doing it because visuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where selling out comes in. I don't know. There's huge, so much shit just ran through my mind when I heard that line. And it was like, yo, this would be a great time to point this out and break this down. Sorry, bring it back. One more time.
Buying Levi's jeans made in the image of Muslim and Christian Dior. And I submit it to I want to wear it if the Nike checks come with a signature. Embarrassing yourself out here, rapping in C major. It's capital intensive and even this singer's poor. Take the other tune out of your...
I got the Singapore. I see you.
In a voice, if you put money over strategy, you'll live a void. Money can't buy happiness, poverty will kill your joy. Rich or poor, what's in between that? It's your business choice. They say I changed when I got money, that shit made me giggle. The seeds of success would always grow into the root of evil. What did he do? Did business with the Hindus, gave Jews to the Hebrews, brought music to your hymn books. Where were you when I lived on Indomie noodles? When every damn record label passed on my credentials. Never smiled much so they couldn't see my dimples. Now every time they call me young, they looking out for wrinkles. A drop could cause a ripple cause a wave becomes tidal waves. Now watch the tsunami hit you, escaping.
Yo! Okay, my guy!
It made me giggle. The seeds of success would always...
I want this back. I'm gonna pull this whole part back, right? Because he's making a good point. He's giving both sides of the story here. Let's lose some followers real quick, alright? So... I have a very, very unique disposition when these topics come up in that I am pro-capitalism. And most people on social media are very, very anti-capitalism, burn the billionaires, people who care about money are evil, humanity, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. That's not me. I'm very, very capitalistic. That's just, I believe that you get out of something what you put in, and not everybody should be treated equally and because of like financially. You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea that there are people who work harder and get more is somehow bad in the idea, in like through the eyes of people who believe in like I don't know, but like other forms of government and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm not getting into like a whole anti-communism and shit like that. I'm just saying that I tend to take the stance of like money is not the root of all evil. So to hear him position it to where it's like, man, like that, you know, money don't buy happiness, but fucking, what do you say? Being poor will fucking steal your joy. Like, yeah, that's the other part of that quote that we don't tend to get on. I like this. I like that he's shooting down the middle. He's like giving it for both sides. Bring it back though. Let's bring it back.
Take the other tune out of your mind, hear your inner voice. If you put money over strategy, you'll live a void. Money can't buy happiness, poverty will kill your joy. Rich or poor, what's in between that? It's your business choice. They say I changed when I got money, that shit made me giggle. The seeds of success would always grow into the root of evil. What did he do? Did business with the Hindus, gave Jews to the Hebrews, brought music to your hymn books. Where were you when I lived on Indomie noodles? When every damn record label passed on my credentials. Never smiled much so they couldn't see my dimples. Now every time they call me young, they're looking out for wrinkles. A drop could cause a ripple cause a wave becomes tidal waves. Now watch the tsunami hit you. Escaping generational cycles wasn't an issue. Still I had to watch diabetes rip apart the tissue of my loved ones. Unborn sons, pray that shit miss you. Sipping and reminiscing of the coast of Mogadishu. Somalia, war-torn country, third world. Nigeria, I pray that shit miss you. Unborn sons, I pray that shit miss you.
So is this supposed to be like is this supposed to be like a, hey man, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like we can look at Mogadishu as like we can turn to Somalia as an example of what we don't want, like a forecast almost. Like, yo, I hope that Nigeria doesn't ever get to the point where we're looking at it like this. You know what I'm saying? Where they're talking about Nigeria in the same sense that they talk about Somalia. That could be a takeaway.
They go. Let it play. Man, I'm not trying to live a soft life. I'm trying to go hard on my life. Life is hard and you gotta be hard to get it. I'm not the coolest person, that's a true confession. I'm not out here shaking my ass on the gram to influence nothing. Who's conversing? Stand up, man, listen up, school's in session. And we'll be good if you took corrections. Now it's all wired, I killed cordless for some new connections. Parted ships for new partnerships, and I took my blessings to where I'm appreciated, updated my suit collections. I kept it moving though we took concessions. Gotta be technology in heaven is something I told the reverend. If I don't drive the Rolls Royce here or the BM7 series, and I know that feeling is overrated. Gotta slide in something slicker when my soul is elevated. Like look, mama, I made it. Survived the tribalism in music, I had to say it. I don't celebrate birthdays, fuck if I'm aging. I gotta keep going until my organs are failing, until I'm white and graying. For every morning glory, I go hard until my grave. And for when the water breaks, for every child that I am raising. For all the history made and all the records I have broken. Cause every time I'm in the past, the present is left unopened. I'm living in the moment cause the future is provoking. They promoting for the internet, babies claiming they're woken. It's funny we're still buying all them Balenciaga clothing. They're targeting our kids while with social media joking and sending memes. Either we stupid or we just coping by any means. Or maybe it's just God engineering things. Either way.
We're back to the commentary about like the clothing and okay, I see you, my guy. What is my takeaway from this? What did I just want to say? So I like that there's a sense of responsibility is what this is coming across as, right? Like I like that he's like, yo, like where are you true? Like this song is basically the opposite of playing victim. This is very, very much about accountability. This is very much about like, yo, like whether you're poor, rich, or where you, like that's a decision that you make based on how hard that you're going, right? People are gonna look at what he's doing and be like, he just wants the soft life, right? That's what they say when they're like, they just want things to be easy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, dog, like I'm here to go hard. Like I got to this, like things became soft around me because of how hard I'm working, not because I'm looking to take it easy. I'm looking to put in work. And the results of the work that I've looked to put in is what results in the soft life that you guys see. You feel me? I just seen like a super dope quote about that. It was on Reddit where it was like the idea of like it cost like things being easier cost basically, and like essentially it was like, man, it's a lot easier to not exercise every day than it is to exercise every day, but the cost of that is your health in the long run, right? Like it's a lot easier and more comfortable to not go for that job interview that you have like imposter syndrome about, that you don't feel like you're qualified for, but the cost of that, the risk cost of that is never getting the job that you want and being stuck at what you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I like that this song kind of like encapsulates that idea of that meme that I see. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, man, I'm all right. I fuck with you, my guy. That's a good message behind this. Even if you don't agree with everything that he's saying, depending on what your views on money is, what your views on hard work, and how much of a individual victimization you feel, I get it. I like the message of the song. I'm fucking with this.
Cause the future is provoking. They promoting for the internet, babies claiming they're woken. It's funny we're still buying all them Balenciaga clothing. They're targeting our kids while with social media joking and sending memes. Either we stupid or we just coping by any means. Or maybe it's just God.
Oh, that was about the Balenciaga thing. Never mind. I mean, same concept, I guess.
Engineering things. Either way I'm focused, I'm hoping my late 30 brings blessings for eternity. I'm grateful still to everyone and everything that got me here. Glasses up, toast to what the future holds. Cheers to my future self, I barely know. For now I'm on the telephone like beef is never set in stone. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Yo.
I love this beat. Did not like the cutoff to that. That was abrupt as shit. We couldn't get a fade, my guy. All right. What are our thoughts on this? Let's go. Let's break it down. First things first. Before we get into that, as old as you're getting, and for anyone else to look, I got told this by somebody who's a lot smarter than I am. One of my OGs when I was young told me like the idea of like people like ragging on people for getting old and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, where I'm from, that's not a thing. we wear getting old like a badge of honor because a lot of people don't get to see getting old. A lot of people where you're from, like my best friend, is never going to get to see past 35. You know what I'm saying? So like the mentality behind that, pay attention to who you're talking to and who's saying what. If you ever get somebody that's clowning you because of your age and so on and so forth, like it's okay to question what type of cloth that person's cut from and whether or not their opinion should really hold any kind of water or weight. So salute to all my old heads out there who are watching this. Congratulations, right? Congratulations for making it. Life is hard. Listen to the message. Life is hard, and just being here means something, my guy or girl. Like, you feel me? Like, let's get into it. Let's break it down. Let's get small. Let's see how we really felt about it. Ba-ba-ba. Here's the biggest issue I have with the song, is that it's coming on the coattail of my favorite song on the album. I feel like I set this one up for failure. Right, like this one was almost guaranteed not to be as good as the last one. When you're coming off of the Coal Hunter and you're still buzzing and shit like that off of it. Let's break it down though. Why was I gonna put new? We are fans of AQ or Dan. Shout out to Dan, whoever the fuck that is. Target audience. Yes sir. Proper setting for this one. This is definitely more. This was definitely a darkroom music, John. This is definitely darkroom music. Bars or lyrics. How will we break this down? Here's the thing. The bars and lyrics of this one probably deeper and more meaningful than the last. But I don't like the entire song is just so hard coming off of that last one. Is there anything I heard that I didn't like? Regardless of whether or not I agree about it, I think lyrically it's pushing the limits of what I like from them, and it's definitely what I've come to expect. I'm gonna give it 25 out of 25. I feel like maybe I'm being a little bit lenient, but I feel in my heart and soul like I'm being too hard on it because of how much I like the last jaunt. Delivery of vocals, I'm going to give this a solid 20 out of 25. Nothing wrong with it that I liked. It's definitely what we've come to expect from AQ. But there was no pizzazz. There was nothing different. We didn't get the breakdown into like different type of melodies and riffs like we got on the last and everything like that. This was more back to like business as usual, which I got no problems with. 20 out of 25. Beat selection. If I could give extra points, I would. 15 out of 15. 156. I almost did. Sound quality mixing. Again, nothing I would take away here. 15 out of 15. Effectiveness. Does this make you want to listen to more from him? 8 out of 10. And then enjoyability. I'm sticking right there. I feel like that 8 out of 10 is right. All right? 91. 91 out of 100. That's my score. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, like, does it affect you? Like, I do think this was a significantly better song than maybe Family, right? Like, or at least more widely accessible than that was. No, I do think this was a better song. I like this track more than I like Family. So maybe listening to this in like the intended order versus right after what's happening would have had more of an impact, because this is kind of, in my opinion, this is like an uptick from Family. So let me know how you guys think about that. But 91 is what I'm settling with. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.